Hello and welcome to my channel. So basically I wanted to do a quick video on false eyelash application. I know for a long time I couldn't wear false eyelashes. Half the time I couldn't apply them, and when I could apply them they did not look natural, or they would lift throughout the day or throughout however long I wanted to wear them, and I would end up having to take them off, and then I would have botched up makeup from taking them off, because once you take them off, it takes your makeup off with it. So I wanted to do just a quick show of the method that I use, and the method that I use is actually the underside technique. Rather than laying the lashes down on the top, I prefer to actually push the lashes from the bottom up into the hair. Now, I know you're probably thinking, well, when you take those off, you're going to have a lot of fallout of your lashes. It's very minimal. In my experience, I've not lost any more eyelashes than I would have if I had glued them on from the top. And I've tried both ways quite a few times. Just like with anything, with false eyelash application, practice makes perfect. The more that you do it, the better you're going to be at it, and the quicker you're going to be able to do it. So if you are just beginning as far as wearing and applying false eyelashes, you want to definitely, number one, start with clean hands always. Number two, never get the glue actually in your eye or on your waterline. And number three, just be extra careful. This isn't a technique that children should, be trying. If you're like me, I have a 12-year-old daughter. She wants to try all makeup, but false eyelashes is something that if I was going to teach her about, I would definitely teach her the top method and not the bottom. So now I know that you're probably thinking that it's uncomfortable as far as the wear with your false eyelashes having been applied from the bottom. It definitely isn't. Again, we don't want the band of the false eyelash strip to be touching the waterline. It shouldn't be touching it at all. And the way that you're going to do this is to kind of actually blink the strip of glue that is on the band of the eyelash up onto your natural eyelash hairs. So basically, when you blink, you'll want to open your eye very slowly and have your tweezers close and handy so that you can push them back up into place if the band of the eyelashes does come down. As you open your eye, which does happen, but hopefully, it won't. But now I couldn't actually apply the false eyelashes and talk through the process because, I'm moving my mouth. Plus, two, it's really hard to get a shot as far as to where you can see the actual application. So I do want to be pretty in-depth with, how to apply. And then I will actually attach the video or the clip of me applying the false eyelashes at the very end of the video so that you can, see the process. But I think, definitely if you do try this technique, it is better and easier in my opinion. Now, the lashes that I am going to be using today, they are the Kiss Blooming eyelashes. These are not preferential for the method that I use, putting them on from the bottom. I found these at CVS or Rite Aid somewhere. They were like 80% off, so I picked up a bunch of pairs. But they're still doable. The only reason why they're not preferential is because I can see them. I can't feel them, or else I wouldn't be able to wear them, or anything like that. They don't cause me any irritation. As you see, my eyes aren't red. I've been wearing these for quite a while. But pretty much, it's just being able to see that row of lashes. Because these are actually layered. They're not just a single strip of lashes like this. They're layered one on top of the other. So that's the only reason why these aren't optimal, in my opinion. But they're still wearable. So pretty much the method that I use is to actually cut the eyelash in half. After you take it off of the carton, I snip it in the middle, cut it into two parts, and I actually attach that to something very small in circumference. So this is a mascara tube. The reason for that is because as you probably know, when you pull these off of the mock eyelid that comes in the carton, they're straight. The natural human eye is not straight. So, you kind of want to get that shape back. Now, after you get these off of the carton, the way that I prefer using this technique to get the tackiness off of the underside of the lash, because again, we're not going to be putting them from the top, we are going to be pushing them up from the bottom. So you want to get that tackiness off that comes to make them stick or adhere to the carton. I like to, again, starting with clean hands, go ahead and, just like with a sticker, the more times that you touch a sticker, the less sticky the sticker is. So I do like to do that a few times just to get the natural oils that are, you know, on your hands to remove the tackiness. Now, you're probably never going to fully remove the tackiness of the eyelash, but it's, you know, it's better than it being completely tacky like it would be if you just got it fresh off the carton, because it does give kind of a sense of stickiness as far as when you blink. It kind of feels sticky. If you use the method of pressing it on and pulling it off a few times, it eliminates that. So you won't have to worry about that, you know, afterward. So pretty much I'm going to talk you through putting the eyelash on, and then I'll show you the actual application. So once you remove it from whatever you have it affixed to, or the carton, if you can do that, and take it straight from the carton to the eye, I like to hold the eyelash, or the false eyelash band with my fingers, and then actually come in, and I use the Duo. It's the black. It starts off gray when it's wet, and it ends up black. So you'll want to come in, and on the top side of your lashes, you will want to apply the glue. You do not want the glue on the straight edge, and you do not want the glue on the underside. So you don't want to use too much glue, because that will seep down to the underside and be tacky, and when you blink it won't be comfortable. Just keep it as clean as possible. Use very little glue. Less is definitely more. When you apply that layer, if it does get into the little bitty hairs of the false eyelashes, it's fine. You're not going to be able to see it, as you can see. And always remember, after you do get your lashes on, come in with, you know, your eyeliner or your mascara, touch that up, and make it seamless. So in other words, darken in or fill in all of the parts where the eyelash meets the, you know, eyelid. So basically, if you do wear top eyeliner in your waterline, that's when you'll want to do that, after you get your eyelashes on. So basically, after I get my glue, holding with my fingers, after I get my glue on the top side of the band, I like to grab, and these aren't preferential tweezers, just saying, I use the flat ones, which I just found because I thought I lost them. But anyways, you'll want to use flat tweezers just to be as safe as possible. I like to grab from the middle, the center of the lash strip, because we've cut that in half. It's a two-part ordeal now. So when you have your glue on, I have found that it is easier and it does adhere better or affix to your actual lashes better if you keep the glue pretty wet. You don't want to let that tacky up, and I know that that's the common tactic with putting them on the top side. You don't want to do that with this method, because the sooner that you can get that glue to kind of melt into your eyelashes, the better. And again, when you take these off, as long as you use a cleanser just like you normally would, like if you were just taking off your makeup, use a makeup wipe, or actually wash your face. I'll actually, you know, take my makeup off just by washing my face with my cleanser, and then they're really easy to come off. It gets in there and works that glue loose so that they just pull right off. And I've had very little to no lash fallout with this method. So again, I just want you guys to know you're not going to lose half of your lashes by doing this, as long as you don't try to pull them off. You know, just willy-nilly without using any cleanser or a wipe or anything, you're going to be fine. So when you start this method, you will want to line up the edge of the lash band, false eyelash band, with the edge of your natural lash line. So going in, you would measure and just press that up. Now, I like to hold the eyelash straight down this way, and you'll see that whenever I attach the video of me actually doing this technique. Straight down like this, and then come up, and then actually fold the eyelash up. So you'll come in straight up and down this way, and then you will fold them up this way, so that you're coming in this way, and you are rolling your hand up so that they actually affix to the hairs. Now, when you start this process, you'll want to line up that main edge, and when you do, as long as you do not feel that on your waterline and you actually feel it on your hairs, it's only attaching to your hairs and not your waterline, it should be easy for you to kind of roll your hand this way and get the rest of the lash band. Then again, we're going to start this way and roll up. Now, when you blink and open your eye, as long as you haven't used too much glue, then that lash is going to stick to those hairs. And that's the desired effect. That's what we want. So when you open your eye back up, you do want to do that slowly and kind of squinty. Just barely, you know, slowly open your eye and keep your tweezers close. I like to use the back side of my tweezers because it's round, it's blunt. I don't have to worry about stabbing myself in the eye. As you open your eye, you'll want your tweezers right here so that you can come in and push the lash up and in place. And you'll see that when I attach the actual video or merge the actual video of me applying the eyelash. So as long as you do this carefully, you shouldn't have a problem with it. It definitely may end up being your favorite way of putting on false eyelashes, because it definitely has become mine. After you get the lashes affixed, the inner corner and then the outer edge, you can go ahead and put your eyeliner on if you use eyeliner in your waterline. And of course, you will want to go over them with some eyeliner. You will want, or mascara rather, I'm sorry. You will want it to be mascara that separates your lashes really well. So if you have a very thin type of mascara and not clumpy, not thick, that's the preferred mascara that you'll probably want to use when you go over your false eyelashes after you get them on. Now, measuring your eyelashes, when you start on this second half, and you will see that in the application portion of this video, if you have trouble measuring the actual length of the band of your false eyelashes, the best thing to do is to hold them up, see where the end of the inner corner band starts, and basically measure by having the end of the new eyelash band that is going on the outer edge, you know, meet wherever that initial false eyelash that you've applied ends. Have it there, and then go ahead and look and see if you do have excess. You will want to clip that off, of course, just like if you were applying them from the top. But I hope this works for you guys. Definitely do hope that you enjoyed this video. I do want to thank anybody that has subscribed, and if you want, go ahead and subscribe. I will be putting out more videos, including the update on the counterfeit palette that I accidentally purchased or was duped into purchasing. So definitely thank you guys for watching the video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.